Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe here with Deranged. So over the last, 6-8 weeks, something like that, there's been quite a bit of information that's came out in the side-by-side industry. So I wanted to put together a quick video to talk about some of the latest news from manufacturers like Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and others. So in this video, we're going to talk about that news coming up. Alright, the first news I want to start with is the oldest news. Didn't come out last week, didn't come out last month. It actually came out, somewhere around October last year, I believe. And that is from Yamaha. So Yamaha announced during their financial review last year that they were going to release a new model this year that goes after a new market. They have the Yamaha YXZ, which is an awesome sport machine, which is really just a sport machine. And then they have the Wolverines, which are great machines but cater kind of to a specific market. So they didn't announce where that machine is going to fit in between there, but we're guessing it's somewhere along the lines of maybe a Polaris General or something like that. Yamaha could definitely use an exciting new model, and that would definitely bring some energy. I know everybody's going to want them to release something like a Polaris Razor Turbo, or everybody's going to want them to release some 200 horsepower machine. But based on what we know about the Japanese manufacturers, more than likely it's going to be something a little more tame than that. More than likely they're going to cater to the broad market. So with that said, what do you think about what Yamaha is going to release? Do you think they're going to come with something crazy, or do you think they're going to come with something like the General? We don't know anything specific. We don't have any great details or any real inside information, but we bet we're going to see something sometime here in the first quarter. Okay, so the next news I want to talk about is Kawasaki related. So Kawasaki released the KRX in, I think it was October of last year. And overall, it looks like the reception for the machine has been very well. It looks like it's been well received with new riders and with experienced riders as well. I don't know the exact sales numbers, but appears it's selling very well based on what you see on the trail and based on what you see online. As you know, Garrett, one of the three of us, has the KRX, and he absolutely loves the machine. He recently took the KRX out to Dumont with his boys and spent 3 days having fun in the dunes. If you'd like to see whether or not it can dune or see a little bit more information about how well it does out there, check out our video. The link will be up here somewhere around there. But check it out. He did have a lot of fun there, and overall, especially for it just being a naturally aspirated machine, it performed very well. And I think you'll like to see how well it does with the suspension and whatnot as well. Now on to the news. So Kawasaki announced that they'll be at roughly 10 major locations this year, providing demos to the consumers, allowing you to jump in the machine and see how it performs. So you'll be able to do some rock crawling in some locations, maybe some dunes in other locations. But you'll have the opportunity to get a feel for the machine, how comfortable it is, how well it performs. So they're going to allow you to jump in the machine, perhaps at places like Moab, or maybe even some sand dunes, where they allow you to get in the machine and see how well it performs in your environment. I would imagine they do an event in the trails out on the East Coast as well, so you can see how well it performs out on that side of the country. The only event that they announced that they will be at 100% for sure is the King of Hammers, coming up here at the end of January, beginning of February. It should be a good time there. Myself, Garrett, and Dave will be at that event, and we look forward to hanging out with Kawasaki for a bit and getting to know some more details on the machine. To continue with more events, they also announced that the KRX will be following around to selected Monster Jam locations, and they'll be giving some consumers, probably selected consumers, the opportunity to demo the KRX on the Monster Jam truck track inside the stadium or wherever Monster Jam's being held. I would say that'd be a pretty awesome demo opportunity. I'm not sure they're going to allow you to jump it or give it the full send or whatever you call it, but I'm sure it would be an awesome opportunity to get to cruise around on the Monster Jam truck in a Kawasaki KRX. Sounds like a good time to me. The last little bit is on the turbo, or the turbo kit that they showed at the media event when the machine was released. Now it sounds like they're still in pretty early development of the turbo, and I'm not sure how soon that option is going to be available. I know Honda has taken forever, or not Honda, but Jackson Racing has taken forever getting that thing ready to be shipped. And I imagine Kawasaki will probably take about the same amount of time. So we might be a ways away from seeing a turbo on a KRX. That's it for Kawasaki. It sounds like there's a ton of cool stuff coming this year for the KRX. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a 4-seat with 2021. Hopefully. I know there are a ton of consumers out there that want to see it. So what are your thoughts on the KRX? Do you want to find one of those demo events and jump behind the wheel and check it out, see what it's like? How about that Monster Jam event? Would it be awesome to be able to ride the KRX on the Monster Jam track? I sure think it would be. So Kawasaki, hey, if you need somebody to test out the Monster Jam track, give us a shout. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is news that came out of Honda this last week. And this one I've been paying close attention to, and there's a couple reasons why. The main reason why is when the Fox Live Valve Edition came out for the 4-seater, that was the first machine that piqued my interest for a couple reasons. I love to have a machine with dynamic suspension, and I loved the color combo for it. Well, last week, information leaked that Honda would be doing a Fox Live Valve version of both the Talon X and the Talon R 2-seaters. How did we get that information? California, of course. Because California's California, they had to submit paperwork to the California Air Resource Board about the new machines that will be coming out for the 2021 models. So if you take a look at this attachment here, attachment A, it shows they'll have the Honda Talon R, and then the Honda Talon R Fox Live Valve model. And then they'll also have the Honda Talon 1000X and the Honda Talon 1000X Fox Live Valve model. So it looks like they're going full live valve suspension on both machines. I know that's one of the questions that keeps getting asked in the Honda forums. If you look at Honda Talon Addicts on Facebook, which is one of the larger Facebook groups out there, it is often asked, hey, do you think they're going to come out with a live valve version of the 2-seaters? And it looks, obviously now, that that's going to happen. As far as cost for the live valve models, nothing like that was released yet, but if they follow the same model as the 4-seat versions, it's going to be $2,000 more for the Fox Live Valve editions. Another thing to keep in mind is it's not just the suspension. The Fox Live Valve models will likely have the launch control as well, just like the 4-seat versions do. So what is launch control? Basically, it just allows you to build up the RPMs and dump the clutch so that you can get a quicker start in drag racing. So what do you think about the Talon R and Talon X coming with the Fox Live Valve suspension? Does that pique your interest? If you're in the market for a 2-seater, are you going to choose this live valve model over the non-live valve model? Is it worth the extra $2,000 to you? We're going to find out here pretty quick when they're released, and we'll know by how well they sell and how often we see them on the trails. That's it for the news. So guys, we got a ton more content coming. Garrett's got a ton of new KRX content that he's already working on. A lot of cool stuff he's doing to that machine, and we should have some good comparison videos between it and the XRC, Sport XRC from Can-Am. Most of you know that Dave recently picked up the Sport XRC and he is loving it. We think they're two models that are relatively similar, and a lot of people are going to be comparing the two when they're looking for a new machine to buy. RC being designed specifically for the rocks, and the KRX being just a great machine for the rocks. So look for some more content on those two machines together coming soon. Dave will also have plenty of content coming on the XRC, and who knows, if I can get my stinking Razor sold, maybe I'll have a new machine as well and we can get you some content on that. As for what machine that'll be, I'm going to keep that a secret for now, but we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully. Alright guys, that's it for this one. If you like the video, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. We really appreciate the support. You can also support us by checking out our website at derangedoffroad.com. We have parts, accessories, swag, that kind of stuff there. Definitely hit us up on Facebook and Instagram as well. Again, we appreciate the support. With that said, ride safe, pack out what you pack in, and we'll see you on the next one.